Jello Beats, holla at me.
Hey guys, so welcome back to the channel and another video. So I'd first like to thank you guys for the overwhelming feedback on yesterday's video. Not so much feedback, but just generally like super nice comments. And it's weird because on YouTube you can't really see the other people, like unless you've got your own channel where you're doing vlogs, etc. The comparison to like Instagram, where someone says something nice like that and I can click on their profile and have a look and sort of get to know them a little bit more. I can't really do that on YouTube, and I sort of feel like I really want to say thank you in a bit of a bigger way. So guys, like honestly, thank you so much. It means massive amounts when some people say things like, you know, you're going to go very far, etc. It's just super motivating and makes me want to just get out the camera again and do another one. Honestly, it's amazing. So, to cut to the chase, guys, I'm going to talk about why you are weak, or why you're weaker than you should be. And this is something that I see super frequently. So I'm very, very passionate about this because I see people holding themselves back on frequent occasions. Now, the main issue is that when we are looking to maximize our progressions in the gym and look to get stronger over the time that we train, we've got to consider fatigue accumulation. And fatigue accumulation doesn't just gather over one single training session. It does because I've talked about it in other videos. I've talked about sort of training volume across the session itself, or otherwise known as intra-session volume, the amount that you do in a given session. Now, what I'm talking about today is the idea of feeder sets, or the sets that come before your working sets. So we know the difference between warm-up sets and working sets. Feeder sets are these sets that, in my opinion, just are completely a waste of time. Why are they a waste of time? It's because what feeder sets do is essentially take away from your ability to maximally load a movement in a working set. So when you're doing something like a barbell bench press, your warm-up should be set up in a way that makes you think, I want to limit fatigue as much as I can to maximize every single work set that I do. Because those work sets at the higher intensities, the more load you can get on the bar with perfect form, the better you can progress over a span of time. You know, so the more volume you can accrue as well, and the greater intensities you can accrue in just one given training session. So it bears a lot of relevance to think about how are you preparing yourself for those sets that really count. And a lot of the time I see people preparing themselves in a way that actually doesn't prepare them whatsoever, but it actually makes those working sets worse or less effective. And the reason for that is because before they even get there, they're fucked. They're ruined. They're fatigued. They've accumulated too much fatigue prior to the working sets happening. A nice analogy for this, guys. If you were running a very important race, let's think of a 500 meters. Actually, no. Let's think of a relay, a 100-meter sprint where your part of that sprint matters the most. Imagine how fucked off Usain Bolt would be if you told him, "Oh yeah, Usain, I just ran like a 600 meter or 1,000 meter run just before my relay. I just thought I'd warm up a little bit and just get my feet a little bit warm." Usain Bolt would be like, "What on earth are you doing? What a waste of time that was." Because to maximally perform in that 100-meter sprint, these guys do probably dynamic drills, dynamic warm-ups. Now, I'm not a running coach, but they probably do things that are very specifically drilled in a way to maximize that single bout of training performance. Think of yourself as Usain Bolt getting ready for 100 meters. He has got that 100 meters to prove himself. You have got your working sets to prove yourself, to beat the numbers in the book, to potentially progress. Now, why are you doing 20 reps with the bar, 20 reps with 60 kilos, 15 reps with 100 kilos, before you do your working sets with 110 or 120? It is categorically not doing you any favours. And what you should really think about is doing the minimum dose for the maximum effect. That is what a warm-up or your sets prior to working sets should look like, in my opinion. I am not a fan of feeder sets. I am a fan, potentially, of, and I haven't used it too much in my training, but I will, and I am featuring it now because of the way that I am, or the phase that I'm in. I've periodized my training to match the phase. And at the moment, I'm struggling to maximize all my working sets because fatigue accumulation is slightly higher as a result of being dieted. I am on a lower intake. I've not got enough fuel substrate to see me through 4 sets that I would have when I was gaining. Now, I've utilized back off sets or back down sets. And these sets are at a lower intensity with a lower load to accrue training volume. These come after my working sets. Essentially, doing feeder sets or a lot of stuff that does gather fatigue before your work sets is like doing your back down sets before your work sets. It makes no logical sense if your goal is maximum overload and maximum progression and thus maximum muscle mass. So guys, really, the take home from this video is I really want you to think hard about getting yourself prepared for your movements. Think about yourself as Usain Bolt. That 100 meters is your 2-3 working sets. Think about getting yourself ready in a fashion that not only mentally but physically prepares you for maximizing those 3 work sets in terms of fatigue management, mental preparation, and obviously the preparation of the body in terms of being warm enough to go. That's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made a lot of sense and a lot of people can potentially resonate or agree with me. If you do have disagreements and you do see the benefit of feeder sets, please comment below and I'd love to hear your opinion. As usual, guys, I will most likely see you tomorrow. Hope you have a lovely day and we'll chat soon. Cheers, guys.